Once upon a time in the heart of Iran, there lived a mighty sultan named Shahryar. His kingdom stretched far and wide, blessed with fertile lands, bustling markets, and a diverse populace. However, the sultan's heart was weighed down by a deep and personal sorrow. His queen, whom he loved dearly, had betrayed him. Enraged and heartbroken, Shahryar vowed never to trust a woman again. To prevent future heartbreak, he devised a cruel plan. Each night, he would marry a new bride and, come morning, he would have her executed. This dark decree cast a shadow over the kingdom, spreading fear and despair among its people. Fathers wept for their daughters, and young women lived in constant dread of becoming the next victim of the sultan's wrath. As the executions continued, the air grew thick with the sorrow of countless families. The once vibrant kingdom became a place of mourning, and the sultan's palace, adorned with riches, felt like a prison to all who lived there. In the capital city lived the Grand Vizier, a wise and respected advisor to the Sultan. The Vizier had two daughters, the eldest being the brilliant and courageous Scheherazade. Unlike other women of her time, Scheherazade was highly educated, well-read, and possessed a remarkable ability to tell captivating stories. She had spent years studying literature, history, and philosophy, and her knowledge was unparalleled. She often held gatherings in her father's home, where she shared stories that captivated the hearts and minds of those who listened. Distressed by the Sultan's decree and the suffering it caused, Scheherazade devised a daring plan to put an end to the Sultan's madness. She approached her father and declared, "Father, I have a plan to stop the Sultan's tyranny. I will marry him and use my storytelling skills to save the women of our kingdom." The Vizier was horrified. "My dear daughter, do you understand the risk you are taking? The Sultan shows no mercy. By morning, you will be dead." Scheherazade replied with determination, "I know the risk, but I also know the power of stories. Trust me, father, I can do this." Reluctantly, the Vizier agreed. That evening, Scheherazade was brought before the Sultan. Her beauty and intelligence immediately caught his attention, but he remained resolute in his plan. She entered the palace, her heart pounding, but her resolve unshaken. The palace, with its grand halls and opulent chambers, was a place she had never imagined she would enter under such circumstances. As night fell, Scheherazade began her first story. She wove a tale so enchanting and filled with suspense that the Sultan was completely captivated. When dawn approached, she cleverly paused at a cliffhanger, leaving the Sultan eager to hear more. Intrigued and impatient to know the story's conclusion, the Sultan spared her life for another day. This pattern continued night after night. Scheherazade's stories ranged from epic adventures to profound moral lessons, each more engaging than the last. Her voice, melodic and soothing, carried through the grand halls, creating a stark contrast to the palace's usual silence. The palace staff, who had become accustomed to the nightly executions, were now filled with hope and curiosity. One of Scheherazade's most enthralling tales was that of the merchant and the genie. In this story, a wealthy merchant accidentally killed the son of a mighty genie. The furious genie swore revenge and threatened to kill the merchant. In his desperate plea for mercy, the merchant offered 3 stories in exchange for his life. The genie, curious and intrigued, agreed to listen. Scheherazade then narrated the 3 tales the merchant told the genie. Each story was filled with wisdom, humor, and unexpected twists, captivating not only the genie but also the sultan. By the end of the 3rd tale, the genie, moved by the merchant's stories, decided to spare his life. This story resonated with the sultan, who began to see parallels between his own actions and those of the vengeful genie. Another night, Scheherazade recounted the story of the fisherman and the brass jar. A poor fisherman cast his net into the sea and pulled up a heavy jar sealed with the seal of King Solomon. Upon opening it, a huge genie emerged, furious at being trapped for centuries. The genie vowed to kill the fisherman as revenge for his imprisonment. However, the clever fisherman tricked the genie into demonstrating how he fit into the small jar. Once the genie re-entered the jar, the fisherman quickly sealed it. The fisherman then bargained for his life, using his wits to gain 3 valuable gifts from the genie. This story highlighted themes of cleverness and the importance of using one's intellect to overcome challenges. The Sultan began to appreciate the value of wisdom and cunning over brute force. As the nights passed, Scheherazade continued to weave her magical tales. One of her most memorable stories was that of the enchanted horse. This mechanical horse, crafted by a skilled inventor, could fly to any destination when ridden. A prince, fascinated by this marvel, embarked on a journey to distant lands, encountering perilous adventures and beautiful princesses. The enchanted horse became a symbol of exploration and the pursuit of knowledge. Scheherazade's tales not only entertained the Sultan but also broadened his perspective, making him more aware of the world beyond his palace walls. He began to see the importance of wisdom, bravery, and the pursuit of knowledge in ruling his kingdom. One night, Scheherazade began the tale of Simbad the Sailor, a series of stories about a daring adventurer who embarked on 7 perilous voyages. Simbad encountered fantastic creatures, faced deadly perils, and discovered incredible treasures. Each voyage taught him valuable lessons about courage, perseverance, and the unpredictable nature of fortune. Through Simbad's adventures, the Sultan learned about the importance of resilience and the spirit of adventure. Simbad's tales were filled with vivid descriptions of far-off lands and exotic cultures, sparking the Sultan's curiosity and imagination. He began to dream of a future where his kingdom could prosper through exploration and trade. Another captivating story was that of Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. Ali Baba, a poor woodcutter, stumbled upon a secret cave belonging to a band of thieves. Inside the cave were unimaginable riches. By using the magical phrase "Open Sesame," Ali Baba accessed the treasure and transformed his life. However, Ali Baba's good fortune attracted the attention of the greedy and cunning thieves. With the help of his clever slave girl, Morgiana, Ali Baba outwitted the thieves and secured his family's safety. This tale emphasized the themes of cleverness, loyalty, and the triumph of good over evil. The Sultan was particularly moved by Morgiana's bravery and intelligence, seeing a reflection of Scheherazade in her character. Scheherazade then told the story of Aladdin, a poor young man who discovered a magic lamp containing a powerful genie. With the genie's help, Aladdin rose from poverty to become a wealthy and respected prince. However, his journey was not without challenges, as he had to overcome the evil sorcerer who sought to control the lamp and its powers. Aladdin's story was one of rags to riches, love, and the triumph of good over evil. The Sultan found himself drawn to the themes of destiny and the power of love. He began to question his own path and the decisions that had led him to a life of anger and vengeance. On the 1001st night, Scheherazade reached the end of her final tale. By this time, the Sultan had fallen deeply in love with her, not just for her beauty, but for her wisdom, intelligence, and the profound lessons embedded in her stories. Realizing the error of his ways, he renounced his decree and made Scheherazade his queen. Her courage and ingenuity had saved countless lives and transformed the Sultan into a just and compassionate ruler. The kingdom rejoiced, celebrating the end of a dark era and the beginning of a new dawn. Scheherazade's stories continued to be shared, inspiring generations to come. Scheherazade's influence extended far beyond the palace walls. Her stories were transcribed and passed down through generations, becoming a cherished part of the kingdom's cultural heritage. The Sultan, now a beloved ruler, implemented policies that promoted education and the arts. Schools were established where children learned to read and write, and libraries were built to house the growing collection of stories. The kingdom flourished, becoming a center of learning and culture in Iran. Scheherazade and the Sultan had 3 children, each inheriting their mother's intelligence and their father's sense of justice. They grew up listening to their mother's stories, imbibing the values of kindness, courage, and wisdom. As they matured, they took on roles within the kingdom, continuing their parents' legacy of benevolent rule. Scheherazade's bravery and storytelling had not only saved her life, but had also transformed an entire kingdom. Her tales lived on, inspiring countless others to find strength in wisdom and courage in the face of adversity. And so, the legend of Scheherazade and her 1001 nights of storytelling continued to enchant and educate, a timeless reminder of the power of stories to change the world. If you enjoyed this story and found it interesting, please like this video and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting stories. Your engagement helps us create more content that resonates with you and our community. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, keep reading, keep growing, and never stop exploring.